crazy.
Jet!
We are free!
Yeah!
We're lost.
Where's the boat?
I don't know. Today is finally the day that we are going on the Halong Bay cruise.
This is something that we've been super excited for literally the entire time we've been in Vietnam. I'm pretty sure we booked it like the day we arrived.
We booked it pretty much straight away, so it's been 4 weeks of building excitement and anticipation for this day.
But we're getting picked up in like 5 minutes and we still need to finish packing.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Up in this awesome limousine style bus, very luxurious, and we're getting taken to Halong Bay to hop on a cruise.
But we're not cruising Halong Bay. We're going a little bit further because this is a 2-night cruise. We're going to Bai Tu Long Bay, which as I understand it is like an extension of Halong Bay, a little bit further out, but should be really good.
Just gotten on board, we went to the dock, we got on a tender, and now we're on board the Dragon's Pearl. There is 10 rooms total on here for a maximum of 20 people, but there's only 12 people on board for this trip, which is amazing. We've already met them all, they're all super lovely. We're in our room getting unpacked. It's a square with a bed in it, but it's a lot bigger and brighter than I was expecting. So we're 90% sure that this is the Dragon Pearl's first trip in 2.5 years. Been a few hours since our awesome lunch that just kept going and going and going, and we've just been watching the world go by and all these beautiful cliffs and the sheer cliff faces with all the trees jutting out. It's just beautiful.
Hoping that we'll get a good sunset tonight as well.
Yeah, but now we're getting ready. I think we get to go kayaking.
I think we are going kayaking, look at that.
Woohoo! First activity of the trip, and we're out kayaking during sunset. Jordan's doing all of the work, I just get to enjoy.
How unusual.
It's a bit rocky. Trying to turn around, but we don't fit.
We did like the Austin Powers thing.
Yeah. Alright, chuck her in reverse.
We're in reverse, get out. Oh.
This is insane. The black, sharp cliff face, and then it's offset by the bright green of all the leaves of the trees. It's just so pretty. It's so special being out here at night. I don't know what it was like pre-COVID, but we literally have 12 people on our boat and there's 12 people out in canoes right now, and that's it. We're by ourselves. There is what looks like a beach up ahead, and it looks like everyone's pulling over to have maybe a little swim or just a little break. I think Jordan's gonna need one because I've paddled for all of 5 seconds. That. And now I think we're heading back to the boat to finish watching the sunset, and then I think we chill out until dinner time. I don't think there's anything else on the itinerary.
I'm tired, but so far the trip has been awesome. Met some really cool people, kayaked around amazing limestone cliffs.
Just come back up onto the rooftop, watching the final bits of the sun going down.
Morning from Indochina's Dragon's Pearl. It is our first and only full day here on the ship.
So we got up bright and early to watch the beautiful sunrise with all the cliffs in the background. So we thought we'd start off today by taking you on a bit of a boat tour. It's not a very big boat. There's 20 cabins in total. Only 6 of them are occupied at the moment, so it won't take too long. But we thought we'd start with our cabin. We have one of the standard cabins with a double bed. The bed is pretty comfy. It's a bit short for Jordan, so I think his feet were poking out during the night. By far the best thing about this room is the awesome windows. We haven't shut the blinds. We've just woken up with the sun and it's been amazing. Next we have a bathroom. There's not too much to say about this. There's a regular toilet, which is cool, a basin with a mirror and some storage, a shower, which is really hot and has great pressure. And again, the best thing in here is the window. It's a little porthole that you can open. How cool is that? So when you leave our cabin, you can either go this way, which is just more cabins, or you can go this way. It's cool that we get to walk up and down here every time we go into our cabins. Don't worry, it's super safe. But upstairs is where the real fun begins. So this is where we've been eating for all of our meals. They're just setting up for breakfast now. It's really nice because we all get to sit outside. Because we're quite a small group, I think we get this luxury. Otherwise, you would come in here. So this is the internal dining room. There's much more seats in here, but it also has 2 very cool features. A fully stocked bar and a coffee machine. If you look over the side of the boat, you'll see the tender. That's how we get to and from the boat. So that's how we arrived on the boat originally, and it's how we'll get to our picnic and stuff, I think, today. And now, upstairs. So this is the little captain's area where he does all of his captainy things, like talk on the radio and spin the wheel. We try not to bother him too much, but he's super nice and smiles every time you walk by. This is the first of the lounging areas. As you can see, there's lots of room for people, so everyone gets their own little lounger. They've got lots of umbrellas so we don't get too hot from the sun. Another cool thing on this deck is that it has the massive sail. This hasn't gone up yet, but I can imagine when it does, it would just be amazing. So this is where we've been spending a majority of the time, and I think you can see why. We have uninterrupted views of all of the beautiful landscape and cliffs. We still get some umbrellas and lounges. Why would you not be up here? So that is a full tour of the beautiful Indochina Junk Dragon's Pearl. We are so happy that we get to call this home for the next couple of nights. Today is actually our first and only full day. So we've started the morning with some coffee, the sunrise, and now it's time for breakfast.
just watched them put the sails up, and I think we've come to the beach. I hope we're jumping in a tender to go to the beach rather than the kayaks, but we'll find out shortly.
And we get to have the beach picnic, which is the first one that they've had back since COVID. It's the first beach
2.5
picnic
years.
in 2.5 years, and we get to be part of it.
In it.
That's so cool. So we just got the tender across from our sail ship, what's it called?
Ship.
From our ship, and doesn't it look so cool? They put all the sails up just for us to get some photos and stuff.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
But now we're on this beach and there's puppies, I love it. Every time. Out for our first kayak of the day, really work up a sweat before we get treated to our picnic lunch. So picturesque out here though, it's just our group again, birds flying around, the cliffs, the trees, the water. I love it. Hour like 5 on our secluded beach. We finished a massive lunch, which again just kept coming and coming, and it was delicious. But now we get to go explore a limestone cave, I think it is, before we go kayaking again, and then free time.
Yes, free time, or nap time, as they say.
All this time in the sun and the water has tired us out. Apparently this used to be used by the local people that lived on the island. If there was any typhoons or storms or anything, they'd come in here and have protection. Now they have motorboats, so they just run away. That limestone cave was really cool. It was like 10 degrees colder in there as well, which was a really nice break from all the heat. But one last kayak, which should be really beautiful, and then we get to have a nap before dinner.
So tired. That's a wrap on the day. Done a lot, been in the water, been in the sun, eaten a lot of food. We're just gonna head back to the boat, chill out for dinner, and that's it. That's the last night on the cruise. We just got tomorrow morning and then off somewhere new.
today's our last day. So yesterday after the kayaking we were exhausted, so we had dinner and went straight to bed. I got a little bit sick after the kayaking. I feel like I'm getting a bit of a cold, so I pretty much fell asleep straight after dinner and slept all the way through. It's now breakfast time. I've poured myself as big of a coffee as these little cups will allow, but today, even though it is our last day, we get to go see a floating fishing village, and I think we get to go on some form of little boat. Should be a good last day.
That's the end of the trip. Now we just catch a tender back to the mainland and on a bus back to the hotel.
I've poured myself as big of a cuppy.
Just put it on the table.
I wouldn't do that.
And you get our friend as well? Because I don't want to... Everyone raise your hand.
The clips are so clicky.
Do it.
Like if we're in a scary situation, like on the road or something, like my fingertips and toes go like...